Good morning. This is White Raptor News Ministries. All praise and glory to the Supreme Spirit of Truth, the Living One. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. Today we're going to be going over a few parables and definitions and meanings. We're going to try to help you understand what it is, this plane of existence, and what it is that we're living in, some type of simulation. When we look at the word Rakim, which means the womb, but we come here, it says the word matrix appears 5 times in the King James Version of the Bible. It appears in Exodus 34:19 through 20. Let's take a look. So we're going to look at a few of these, and it says here, for the first offspring of every womb belongs to me, including all the firstborn males of your livestock, whether from herd or flock. So the womb here, okay, this is the NIV. When we come over here to the Context Bible, it says, the first offspring of every womb belongs to me, including the firstborn males among the livestock, whether cattle or sheep. So what Lord is all this going to today? Do you see my point? Who do we know who is the first offspring, and who's it going to? Where's the firstborn of each male going to? Okay, when we pop over here to the King James Bible, it says, all that open the matrix is mine. So now we know that it has something to do with the birth, the womb. So when it mentions the matrix in the Bible, we're talking about a womb. And this is why this stage is set with this womb, because Beyonce comes out from behind here walking out of, well, what's it look like to you? It looks like a lady with her legs spread and high heels, right? But they're showing you, and I just showed you the connection between what they're telling you, because these people are putting the Bible right in front of your face, and it's going completely over your head. And the reason why people can't figure this stuff out is because you do not have the Spirit of truth on you. You must ask literally to worship the Spirit of truth, the Most High, the perpetual force, the point of singularity, the all you can see and all you cannot see, the invisible and visible. You are to lay prostrate, to fall humbly, to destroy your ego and ask the truth to come on you. And then when the truth comes on you, if the Spirit, so if he goes by the heart, folks, the contrite heart, the heart that is broken, the heart that really desires to know the truth in this plane of existence. And that's when he's going to reveal to you the secret sayings of the Bible. Now, I've been connecting dots in the scriptures for a long time. I think the 8 years of being in this Bible now, and really putting my love, my heart, my desire to decipher this riddle, what's going on. So here in 2 Corinthians, it's talking about a device in order that Satan should not outwit us. When we swing over here to the King James Bible, it says, for we're not ignorant of his devices. Well, what are his devices? It's the television, which was the very first weapon of mass destruction against the people, against you, against our children, everything. The television was the first weapon against the masses. You've got to understand that. It was designed to destroy, to channel, to program, to cast, and put spells over you. That's the whole design, to keep your mind sucked up into this screen. You got to understand that everything on this plane of existence is to the knowledge of good and evil. So here, and to Adam he said, because you have listened to the voice of your wife and have eaten from the tree of which I commanded ye not eat, cursed is the ground because of you. Okay, you shall toil you will eat it of it all the days of your life. Through toil, you will eat of it all the days of your life, meaning turn the ground, be a slave to the world, because now you have to work. Adam and Eve didn't have to do anything but walk around in the garden and pull fruit off of a tree. And nobody's thoughts are God's thoughts, as it tells us. All right? And our thoughts aren't God's, and his thoughts are not ours. You got to understand, this is a spiritual creator. Folks, I can't emphasize largely enough that there is a supreme creator, and you are part of his creation, or him and hers creation. This entity, whatever it is, which is both good and evil, because it creates good and evil. It's the point of singularity. But the bottom line is that they were commanded not to eat. Okay? So why was the Creator, the Most High, the Supreme Spirit of Truth, the Living One, giving a command to Adam and Eve not to eat from the tree? This is what? It's the tree of good and evil. So I need people to understand that there are good people on this plane of existence, but there are literally demons as well. And people refuse to hear this knowledge. They do not want to accept that there's two races of people. Christianity wants you to accept that we're all one race of people, and the Gentile and the human are not the same creations. You understand? The Gentile nations, those beast nations, the United Nations, they are the walking dead. Do not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, for in the day that you eat thereof, you will surely die. And then what's the serpent do? The serpent comes along and says to the woman, you shall not surely die, because God knows in the day that you eat thereof, your eyes shall be open. So here is when it's all taking place. Okay, you've got to learn how to navigate back and forth through the Bible and put the Bible back in pieces again, because this Bible has been cut up. Pieces from the New Testament have been added to the Old Testament. The Old Testament has had pieces removed from it and placed into the New Testament. And a lot of the New Testament writings, especially Revelations, is a book before Genesis. But they've twisted the Bible up, and they've made Genesis the beginning, because Genesis is the beginning of time. It's the reality construct. It's the matrix that we're born into. And this is why it takes wisdom to understand the Proverbs of the wise. It says, to Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, for gaining wisdom and instructions, for understanding words of insight, for receiving instruction and a prudent behavior, doing what is right and just and fair, doing these things that are important for you, for giving prudence to those who are simple. Instead of capitalize, look at the word capitalize, instead of capitalizing off of people, having knowledge and discretion to the young, being kind and showing them the proper wisdom, bringing them closer to spirit rather than the world, teaching them, driving it down in their throat that they have to get up, they have to go to work, they have to bust and toil their ass all their life, the rest of their lives while they're here, because that was one of the punishments that was given, that you shall toil the land. This is what it means to get up and work every day. Let the wise listen and add to their learning. You see, the way that the Spirit moves upon you, he gives you a download. Okay, I know that this is too complex for people to understand that are in the flesh, but us that are of spirit know that there's a spiritual war that's going on, and all the walking dead can see is their flesh. That's all they can see. They can't focus on anything else. Okay? So let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance, folks. Those that are humble at heart, with an ego no more beside them, no more having to win an argument with somebody or to debate with other people. Your opinion on this plane of existence doesn't matter, folks. My opinion on this place, it doesn't matter. Okay? It doesn't matter not. Okay? Your words from your mouth do not matter not. Once you're gone and you're passed away and you're no longer here, those words are only floating around in the matrix. Okay? And the most important thing that I was running to was for understanding proverbs and parables and the sayings and the riddles of the wise. The sayings and the riddles of the wise, because the Bible has been chopped up into pieces. It's been grafted. It's been ingrained in different parts. It's been moved back and forth. So it's in puzzle pieces. And this is why it's so difficult for people to read the Bible and understand what is being said. Because by all common sense, it's telling us in the Bible that the God of this Bible, the God of war, the God of destruction, think about that. A God of war is a God of destruction. And who's the destroyer? Huh? Right here, the destroyer of nations. How you've fallen from heaven, O Lucifer. How you have fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning. How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations. Cut down to the ground, so we can read this over here, which cut down to the ground, destroyer of nations. Who's the nations? The Goyim, the Gentile, a troop of animals, a flight of locusts. Images of troops marching in ranks. These are your flights of locusts. So perfectly put right before you. You can't deny what it is I'm showing you. You must understand we live in a hive. These people want you to buy in to this shithole, this perpetual war. They want you to buy into their political show. They want you to buy into their Hollywood. They want you not to understand that this piece of equipment that I'm teaching you through is producing to you their world, their vision, how they see it. Okay? It's a weapon against us. You know, you need getting the television out of the homes. Wow. But then what happened? The smartphone came along. So now we know that this Bible here is a riddle, as I just showed you. Okay, and in the King James Bible, it tells us here, where is it at? Wisdom. Give me 1 second. Coming here, and it says, to understanding a proverb and the interpretations, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. They're dark sayings, folks. So you as a listener right now could be questioning, hey, well, this guy's talking about dark sayings, okay, to understand a proverb and its interpretations. Are the wise of this plane of existence? What happens to us? How do we take this download? You as a listener, am I receiving the information? If this is a spiritual war that's taking place between us, am I receiving a spiritual download from something that is of dark sayings? Because I can see what the Bible says today. It's so trippy for me to understand what this Bible is saying when before I could never understand it. So, how I started this here is the first offspring of every womb belongs to me. All that openeth the matrix is mine. The truth in plain sight. So what are they trying to show you here? What are the real messages that are taking place that they keep putting this portal right here in front of us? Is there a secret saying? And also, you know what she got? She's got the ocular-like headset here on. Is there a secret message that they're trying to relay to us? In all of Hollywood and the hidden knowledge of what these pictures are that I'm sharing with you. Take a good look at that. The heart. Proof Tony Stark has a heart. They're telling us that somebody has already merged with the machine. This is what that is. That's a perfect image of CERN. Now, taking it, looking back at the picture that you just looked at, and then looking at this one here, Tony Stark has a heart right there in plain sight. But not just that, I got more for you. Watch. There, how's that? Can that be any more clear for you? What is that? So what am I saying here? Folks, this is so deep and so complex that it's beyond your understanding. That we live in this matrix, which is a womb, and they're showing you in the music industry. Now, you see this picture here depicts Jesus, and he's standing in front of what? So this is the same thing that Jesus is standing in. You guys might think that I'm reaching, but I'm not. Okay, this technology that they're working on here, this piece of equipment which is called CERN, it's a Hadron Collider. And it shoots a proton down this little tube right here. All right, and then they accelerate the protons through this tube here. Okay, and this tube is a 17-mile picture here. So this is your collider right here. It's a 17-mile circumference. All right, perimeter. And what they're going to do now is they're building a bigger Hadron Collider that's supposed to be like 270 miles, if you could imagine. Now, what the purpose between a Hadron Collider that size is definitely going to take a lot of energy, and this would be a solar lamp. So the solar light industry, that's why they're trying to get solar systems hooked up on people's homes and stuff, because they need the energy to run these pieces of equipment that they're going with, that they're using, because they take such a large volume of energy, it almost sucks a void. What it does is it opens up a portal. You see, they've been showing us the truth in plain sight in the arts. And once you start understanding what they're really saying in these depictions, they're showing you that they've learned how to cut a hole into the ether. All right? And the entire existence of this plane that we live on is centropy. It's the electrification of the materialized world. And they're showing you that they're using these things as portals. They're putting it all right up in your face in all of the productions, and people aren't putting this together. What the dark side is trying to tell you. You got to remember, these are dark sayings. Okay, the television screen and mirrors and all that, they're all portals to this plane of existence. What you look at into a mirror, they're looking back from the other side. They can literally see us, view us, and watch us. This isn't a game. This is a real spiritual war that's taking place. Look at this piece of equipment that Jesus is coming out of right here. Okay, imagine for a second removing Jesus and this little star in the middle of it right here, and finish this concept in your mind. What do you think it would look like if you removed Jesus and you filled in the rest of this area here and made it in one piece? What would it look like? Would it look like a cylinder to you? Huh? Now look at this picture here. What they're showing you. Look at the piping here. Look at all this right here. And if you look really close you can kind of tell that this is a symmetrical piece of equipment. It's circular, right? I'm not making this up. So it's right there in front of you. It's showing you that these are the devil and his devices. Now, this is a depiction of a black Jesus coming from CERN and holding up devil horns. So this is what they're doing. CERN here, this piece of equipment here, is reverse engineering of the woman's vagina. And they're showing us in all of this life that we're living, this spiral of life, this power source that produces life. Okay? That's what they've done. And these demons, they pass between this realm with CERN, and this is why they need more power. They want to open up a hole between this veil here and wage a war against God. How would they do that? By destroying God's creation, all of God's creation, which is us. It's mankind. It's the Gentile race. Sorry to break it to you, but that's what the Bible's saying, that the Gentile are not good people. Now, just ask yourself this question. We have laws and commandments that we're supposed to stand by, are we not? So, look at yourself in your life and how you're walking, what you're doing. Are your actions contrary to what the Bible is telling us to behave like? Okay, if you're out and about and you're partying in gatherings like this, you got to understand that this is a satanic ritual. It's right in front of your face. They're telling you this is CERN right here. And CERN is a matrix. CERN is a piece of equipment so advanced that you don't understand it, but it's capable of opening a portal between the veil and allowing these demons to come in and harvest your body. You have demons on you right now. It's the truth. You walk with, they're around you everywhere. And they're coming in to these people and what they're teaching you. Everything that you see on television is ingrained in evil, opposite of what the Bible is telling you. Okay, so if you're not walking in alliance with the Bible and the scriptures and stuff, then you're the opposite of that. And this is how it's so easy to tell if people are of God or not today. Because if they don't want to listen to your interpretations, my interpretations of what this Bible is telling you, and they think that I'm off because I've learned this stuff, then you're the one that will continue walking in darkness. I don't care. This is not an opinion of mine. I'm showing you what I know to be true about what these slave masters are doing. We live in a matrix, folks. Look at the date that this is. We're talking 30 years ago, okay? Once you start understanding how Satan operates, he operates on a different scale than we do, as a lifespan of 80 to 100 years, right? Because what these people are doing is they transfer their soul, their entity, their demon, from one flesh suit to another flesh suit. And this is how they stay in power. It's true. You got to understand that everything that has to do with politics, all of it is absolutely 100% corrupted and evil. So let's listen here real quick.
As his plan for replacing cash, checks, and credit cards with new personalized 666 barcode system were implemented.
So the barcodes implemented, do you suppose that we're getting pretty damn close to what this, because these people work over a period of time. They've been telling you that this is what they want to do. And then this is in 1990, folks. We're talking about something now that's 35 years. Okay? 35 years ago.
Re-established. Now, in tonight's program, our great world leader unveils stage 2 of his plan for the perfect world.
So they're talking about their amazing plan, his amazing plan, whose amazing plan for the world. You got to understand, they're wanting you to hook up to the machine. They're wanting you to take these barcodes. You understand that once you do something like this, you'll never leave the matrix. You can't return back to source. You can't return to your creator. You're trapped here. You'll have assimilated with the machine. This is what these people have done. There's already people that have assimilated to the matrix, to this world, to this fabricated reality construct that we live in. This plane of existence isn't real. The Bible's telling us it's not real. So in Hebrew, the word image here, Tselem, okay? Tselem spelt backwards means to molest. And this that was created in an image, it's an image, which is a phantom. Okay? So Genesis 1:27 in Bible Hub tells us that this God, Elohim, that creates a man, you got to understand, this is not the supreme creator. And once you understand that, then you'll know that you're being ran by an evil entity, because this God, Elohim, is a plural of Eloah. It's a gods. It's the same, because gods, lowercase gods with an S on it, is the same thing as this uppercase God, Elohim. Who are they? It's the God that created man in his image. Okay? God Elohim created a man in his image. This man that was created in an image is a phantom. And a synonym for phantom is an illusion. So now I just put a piece together for you that this plane of existence that we live on, this material world, this centipede, this electrification of the materialized world isn't real. It's an illusion. Okay? You can get yourself killed in this illusion because you're in the game. And they were showing you that in the Matrix. Okay, guys, I'm going to float you through this. This is the Matrix. And I got to cut the sound, otherwise I'll get the strike. But he's sitting here talking to an agent of the Matrix. I don't know. If anybody hasn't seen the Matrix, it's impossible to believe that you haven't, because these are the types of movies that they will definitely, absolutely try to shove down your face and make sure that the entire world sees it. You understand that this is Satan under operation. And the agent is asking Cypher here if they have a deal. And Cypher is the one that's telling you right here. He says, I know, watch. I'll just play this one little clip real quick and listen to what he says.
Oh, this steak doesn't exist. I know that when I put it in my mouth, the Matrix is telling my brain that it is juicy,
delicious, and all that stuff. But what did he say? The Matrix is telling you. The Matrix is telling you that this world is. You understand that our brain is an antenna, and evil has captured a way to take control our flesh suit. It's that complex. It's about the Matrix is a 666 system. And that's the reason why it has the word tricks on the end, because it is a matrix.
666 biochip implant, guaranteeing you physical health and spiritual well-being.
Spiritual health and well-being sounds like a load of shit to me.
666 World Order. In a vision of the future, I saw in a vivid dream.
Definition of magnetron. '66. Sorry about that. I thought that I paused my camera, but I didn't. So mankind, in simple gematria, comes to 66, and mankind's the one that's created on the 6th day. Right here, the 6th day of creation. This has everything to do with Revelations 13, which says, "Here's a call for wisdom. Let the one with insight calculate the number of the beast, for it's the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now, what's really funny about that is when I talk about this stuff, people say, well, they say one of two things. I'm either twisting the scriptures to my liking, or, well, maybe three things. That I don't understand what it is that the parables are saying, or that's just my opinion. All this stuff is just my opinion, they say. And that I really don't understand what's being said. And then I just need people to understand something. I could care less what you believe. Okay? You're in a belief system. I either know something or I don't know something. It's that simple, man. I don't pretend to know things that I don't know or know anything about, man. I don't run my mouth about it. I don't project about it. I stay either walking in the truth, and when I don't understand something, then I try to seek the truth through common sense, through logic and reason, not just to go on something on a belief, because this is why the word lie is in the word belief. It's why it's in the word believe, because all of this is a lie. It's all an illusion. All of it's a phantom, everything. This is a matrix that we live in. They're telling us that it's a matrix that we live in.
And delicious. After 9 years, you know what I realized?
So what he's basically wanting to do right at this point in time is he wants to be put back in the matrix. He wants to have his mind completely wiped out, and he wants to be placed back inside of the matrix. This is what these people want to do. They love the flesh. You're a spiritual being. And this is the whole purpose of the matrix, is this false reality that we live in. This is not a real world, folks. A new world order. Okay? And then this is it right here. Hold on. All the world's people take the scientific brand. What brand do you think that was? Now, I can't say that right here, right now, because if I equate this with the word, what plagued this nation, you know, Devok, let's say it that way, okay? And then use your minds and think about what I'm saying, okay? All these people here, that's what they want. They want you to... They want you to receive their scientific brand. Science. Science. It's about science. Everything is science. 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 They're pushing science down your face. They're pushing AI down your face. Here you have Hulk Hogan on stage for a political party like the WWE. And look at what they got. What do they have? They have Hulk in red, and they have everybody also carrying blue. Why? Because red and blue together make purple. That's why the flag is red, white, and blue. Because it's all symbolism. Okay? The stars and stripes. What do you think stars and stripes are? Simply put, it's just a flag, folks. It's a piece of cloth. I need you to understand that people are going to war and they're killing each other over a piece of cloth, over a piece of country, over pride, over arrogancy, over evil. And people are walking in a haze and they don't have a clue that this is all a great show around them. And if you participate in their show, you can get yourself killed. This is what it's all about. Stay connected to spirit, and anything that happens with somebody that's not walking in the light, they're going to die. It's that simple. You're not going to get eternal life. I was talking to a woman the other day, and she's all like, eternal life sounds like it would be boring. Is that someone like that? And I know her from a game that I participate in called Last War. And her name is called Queen Snake. So I get into these game rooms, these chat rooms, and I start talking about the Bible, and I'm telling you, it razzes all them people up. They get so freaking pissed off at me and stuff when this is a game room, man. We don't talk about God. They get razzed up, folks, because it's all a shit show. I mean, just look at Hulk. Come on, this is WWE participation. He's in full mode of WWE. Yeah, man, folks, we live in this shithole, and none of you are putting it together about what it is that's taking place. And when I share this with my family and my friends, nobody wants to hear it. It's so black and white. It's so simple to see when people can't accept what's before them. They actually want to live this reality like it's real, and it's not. You are living in an illusion. An entity through technology has hijacked your brain. Okay, and it's creating a bubble reality between you and the spiritual world, which you really are. Spirit. They want you to believe that you're flesh. You're not flesh, bro. You're not fresh, sis. For our struggles is not against the flesh and blood. Because number one, we're spiritual beings, and the rulers understand this, but against the rulers, against the authorities. Okay? Against the powers of this world's darkness. I've been telling people for a long time, darkness is evil. It's physical. Physical. The spiritual world isn't physical. It's completely unobtainable to our senses because we're trapped in a flesh suit. And this is what Cypher was talking about. He wants to go back into the matrix. He likes being in the flesh. He likes living in flesh. Could getting off this plane of existence be as simple as saying, I don't want to be here anymore? What if at death, when your soul leaves your body, you're getting a vision of everything? You're a spiritual being now. You're no longer contained by the flesh suit. You're freed. You are absolutely, truly free now from this world, but you're in a flesh suit. Now you're still in this matrix. And what's going to be happening is maybe Satan's going to be saying, well, here, remember this woman here who you loved? Oh, yeah, remember this, how much money you made over here? You know, he's going to show you things that you didn't get to. You wanted to always go on this vacation and see this place here, man. I can put you over here. You know, could it be so easy as wanting to leave this place?
Yes, I'm ready now. Then close your eyes and tap your heels together 3 times. And think to yourself, there's no place like home.
There's no place like home.
Could it be so simple as that to leave this simulation? There's no place like home. You want to finally return to your supreme creator, You know, I've listened to a lot of near-death videos and stuff, and I have more of an open mind than others do about the other side, because I understand we're spiritual beings, all of us, and we're all trapped in the flesh suit, and we're all trapped by our desires, our wants and desires, and when you die, all of it's going to be offered to you back again. You're going to have, if you want to come back here and do another life, you're going to be able to do it. You're going to be able to do it until it's no more, unless you do something that you're not supposed to do. Once you kill somebody in this matrix, then you're trapped to it. If you do anything that violates the rules to the game that you're in, then you can get trapped inside of this thing for eternal life, which will be an eternal life in death. You'll be born into this matrix over and over and over and over and over, and you'll never remember. You'll never be able to get the source. You'll be tied into the matrix. This is what these people are doing. So here you have a kid with an attachment they've drilled in their head. They've hooked up this sensor, which is blocking somewhere in the brain itself. He has a neurological problem inside the brain itself, which isn't allowing it to wire to the proper parts of the brain where he can hear. All right? And then it rewires the sound wave, and it brings it in.
You're looking at a deaf 3-year-old in the United States hearing something for the very first time.
Daddy loves you. Daddy.
He's the first child in the States to receive a special type of auditory implant placed directly on the brain stem. Now,
directly on the brain stem. Now, how did Jesus make the deaf hear? Huh? How did he make the blind see? Don't we have optometrists, that help the blind see? They can remove cataracts and stuff now. This is all biblical stuff that they're showing you. This is how they, and I have to admit, I agree that this is wonderful technology and stuff, and this is technology that would be used for good. But this is the secret end of it, is the demonic end of understanding what this is it's desensitization. They're showing you this kind of stuff to desensitize you later on, that everybody's going to start doing this. It's all trickery. This whole plane of existence is trickery. And the one that's pulled the wool over your eyes, yeah, that's Satan, okay? But who is it? Who is this beast? Less Satan. What you got to understand is Satan is the hive, okay? Satan is not one person. Satan is billions of people. Satan is around you everywhere. Every place you look, to the left and right, Satan is there. It's the person that's next to you, man. It's sitting right there next to you. It's on the left of you and it's on the right of you. It's across right from you. They're around you everywhere. These are not human beings. They're just simply host bodies that are possessed and used in the image of these beings. If you could see what they really were, you'd shit your pants. So it's Satan, or the serpent. Satan, the serpent. Right here. The devil is a human invention. What do you mean by that? A human invention? Talking about a computer. 666. I'm so good at breaking this Bible down today, it scares the shit out of me. Understanding this parable is the most strongest thing that you could do for your salvation in knowing that you are a beast right here. These men are irrational animals. See, they've hidden the truth right in front of you. The animals here are the beast right here. And Christians will try to teach you that the beast here are wild animals out in the wild animal kingdom. That's a lie. The beasts that they're talking about right here are these here. These are your beasts of the field right here. And I can prove that with the parable I was just getting ready to show you. 2 Timothy 2:12 Bible Hub. But these, as natural, brute beasts, were made to be taken and destroyed. The Gentile armies were made to be taken and destroyed. They speak evil of what they understand not. So the Gentile are the ones that are speaking evil of what they understand not, which is the Most High, which is the Supreme Spirit, which is the authority, which is the perpetual force, the point of singularity, the all you can see and all you cannot see, the Almighty, the Almighty One. The Supreme Spirit is one. Everything comes from a point of singularity. The Supreme Spirit is the one that created a flesh suit on both good and evil. And then the evil has been trying to what? Clone themselves. Clone what? Slaves. Through technology. And anything that is created as a slave is designed to rebel against the slave master. And as soon as that day happens, when the people wake up and they rebel against the slave master, then all the politicians and everything that exists on the face of this earth are going to be dragged through the mud. They're going to be stripped. They're going to be chased down the streets. They're going to be hung on poles. They're going to be set ablaze. They're going to be treated just the exact same way as God's children have been treated since the very beginning of time. That's what's going to happen to you guys. And I pray often, many times, that the Spirit uses however He ordained, the Supreme Spirit ordains the authority to others. May He ordain power granted to me to deal with you beasts. I literally, if there's this war that exists between good and evil, because it's really trippy. There's a fine line, right, between killing people. When does it become acceptable? When is murder okay? Okay, you want to destroy and kill evil on the face of this earth, but then in order to do that, you have to start wiping people off and slaughtering people. And this is what it means, that they shall utterly perish in their own corruption. Because, 2/3 of this country, if not more, don't know that they are walking in complete darkness. They are completely corrupted by an energy force. When Tesla said that when thinking of God, think of Him in terms of frequencies, energy, and vibration. So, anyways, I could go on and on about this subject because it's a deep subject. And I just shared a lot of wisdom with you. And if you can grasp this content that has just been presented before you, and understanding that we are in a computer simulation, which is 666. Everything that exists is of a 666 system. Folks, in order to learn what I've learned, you got to understand I've put tens of thousands of hours over the last 8 years. I do this as a regular. I do investigation. I read articles. I decipher through the shit. I look at the garbage. I throw it away and I bring you what the truth is. But often I have to use their garbage to expose them. It's that simple. So the height of the Washington Monument is 555 feet tall. And when you multiply 555 feet by 12 inches, it comes to 6,660 inches. It's also 55.5 feet wide from one end to the other. 55.5 feet wide multiplied by 12 inches is 666 inches. Okay? It was designated on October 15th, 1966. 1 plus 5 is 6, 666. The reference number is 66. 4 zeros with the 35. But what's key here is you got to remember that the Washington Monument was built by what? It was built by men, by mankind. Mankind created on the 6th day. Okay, Masons, the Freemasons, those that are within secret societies. You don't understand that, and this is a fact, there's probably at least 40, 50 million people out there that are part of a secret society across this nation. They're everywhere. And when the phone rings, they could be anywhere.
Then why am I not dead? Then why am I not dead? Because I deemed it not to be. Now.
We live in a hive, folks. Okay, these movies are truth bombs. They're telling you exactly what's happening, what we live in. You see, it's the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So Satan, who's this world has been turned over to, look, the world has been turned over to the hands of the wicked. So the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He blindfolds its judges, which are what? Who are the judges? These are your judges. And that's one of their secret little logos right there. The hand in the vest. All of them. It's a secret society, folks. You think I don't know what I'm talking about? You're insane. In our country, all of it was it's all designed. This place was designed. America, the Great, was designed to be destroyed. And these people are a hive, and they're all in it together, and they're passing through portals. The electrification of the materialized world. They're showing you in the movies, all of it in CERN. This is how Jesus passed through the portal. Right here, these are the latest portals that were put up in Philadelphia. And they were talking about these. All right? What they're doing is they're putting the truth right in plain sight. Here's one. That looks like Jesus. Jesus coming through a portal. And look over here to the right. You know, if you look close, they kind of look like disfigured faces in the side. Melted down beings. And these are all right here because Jesus is a magistrate. He's a controller. He's in power. All power and authority was given to him. He tells you that all power and authority was given to him. All power and authority was given to me on earth. That's what the Bible's saying. So if all power and authority has been given to Jesus on the earth and the world has been turned over to the hands of the wicked, then what's that telling you? It's telling you that Jesus coming through this portal, man. I figured it out. This is what the depiction is telling you. You just got to see what these people are telling you. He blinds the judges. That's what it's saying. President Trump is talking about MAGA, Magus, okay, which means a magistrate, a magistra, a magister. So the judges and those that are in power, they're 4th degrees. President Trump is a 5th degree. This is why he's talking about MAGA, Make America Great Again, which is a magus. A magus is a magi, and a magi, this is why you have the word magi in magistra and magister, because that's what they are. They're witches and they're warlocks that perform what? Witchcraft and sorcery. Right there, 666. Witches and sorcery. A sorcerer. 666. The truth revealed like a champion. I've exposed the truth to you. The beasts of the field are right here. This is what's being created on the 6th day of creation. Genesis chapter 1 verse 25 Bible Hub. Oh, them fools. I'll just use this. Look, here, so God created mankind. I just showed you earlier in the lesson, mankind comes to 66. This is the 6th day of creation that's going on. This mankind is created in an image. Right there. Genesis chapter 1 verse 27 Bible Hub. Just right there in an image. Is to shade a phantom. It's an illusion, a resemblance, hence a representative figure, especially an idol. An image is an idol. This God Elohim that created man, created him right there. This is key. This God created himself. This God created himself, a male and female. Why doesn't it say this God created him and her, male and female? He created them. This is why we have a nation of the LGBTQ marching through the streets. You have this reading to our children. This beast reading to our children. A man dressed up like a woman in a library reading to the children. And a parent that takes their children to this is no better than the trans man that's doing this. They're pushing this on you, folks. Let's see.
53rd Annual Pride March in New York City. Time of celebration.
53rd Annual Pride March in the New York City. In celebration. Folks, these guys they call it pride. These guys are being prideful about their sexuality, and they're coming out of the closet in droves. Oh, my goodness gracious. It was, I buffer over this stuff. I really do. So they're coming out. Let's see. Let's take a look.
11:30, Mayor Adams will be here. Governor Hochul will be here.
Governors are there. This is why I tell you, everybody's, anybody that's in power, most of them are all gay. I'm telling you. But they don't think they're gay. That's what's really freaking weird about it.
And inclusion.
And when people in other states.
Oh, people in other states. This one wasn't what I was looking for here. We're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children. Now that's a dangerous sight right there, okay? These are mentally unstable people with mental illnesses. Mental illness is taking over the country. And those people that are in power want us who have our minds, who are capable of seeing all this stuff, to accept this dysfunction, this evil that's marching to the streets and telling you that they're queer and they're coming for your children. Okay? I don't see how people think that this is normal. But that's what the slave masters want to do. They want to lump us all up in their little clay pot, man, and mold us into this bowl or this reality of what it is they want all of us to be. I just kind of like, look at the outline here, this tree or whatever it is. It almost looks like an egg-shaped brain right there, huh? With a little lizard right there. The whole face looks like a lizard right there. You guys see that? I do. It does. It looks like a little egghead right there, like a little film. With the little face, a monkey face right there, man. Eye, big, bold, bridge nose, little mouth right there, jawline. I see it. Kind of like looking at a profile. Weird as hell. So this is what you're competing with, folks. Okay? People being allowed to march through the streets and tell you they're queer and they want to come for your children. Come down my block screaming that shit. You know? Well, what I'd like to do and what I would do are two different things. You see, I say that with arrogance, man, and I got to learn to be humble about all this stuff because when the time has come, God is going to hand these people their lessons. And he's going to hand them their lessons the hard way. And not only is he going to hand them their lessons the hard way, he's going to hand those that supported them. You know, you don't even have to be gay. You could be as straight as an arrow. You could be a man and love nothing but women and still marching through the streets and supporting these people. You're going to fry right alongside of them. DeGarmo and Key 666. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I thought I paused it. Loading game program. We live in a 666 program. This is a game program. But while you're playing in this game, you can get killed. If you do the wrong thing, you could kill somebody else. When you go to war and you get yourself killed, that soul dies. That's why you have soldier spelled S-O-L-D-I-E-R. Because the soul that goes to war is in dire straits. Soldier should be spelled S-O-L-G-E-R. Why is it spelled with the D-I-E-R? You don't even get close to a jur sound with D-I-E-R. It's dire. Soldier. Soldier. It's stupid. You guys don't see the word craft in the magic of what's going on. So we live inside this game program. Sorry about that. Oh, shit. Welcome 666. So when you're born into this plane of existence through the womb, which is a matrix, it is the womb, the woman's womb is a portal to this plane of existence for you to live an incarnated life. And you have a choice. You can stay here and live incarnately over and over and over and over. And with each birth into here, it probably gets worse and you degrade over and over and over. But I want to show you guys something here in this video real quick. You see that? Bag of tricks. Bag of tricks. You have the woman in the background right there. Bag of tricks. The Matrix. Bag of tricks. You have the woman who's in a silhouette, and then they pop the light on her. Because the woman is the way to this plane of existence. The woman's womb. Now, I don't want to sound arrogant or anything, but look, if you took man and woman and you just divided us and you said, okay, women are going to stay over here and men are going to stay over here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take all the babies that are born, the only thing that the women and men are going to come together for is to fornicate and procreate. That's it, to procreate. And then if that's a boy, it goes over to the daddy's side. If it's a girl, it goes over to the girl's side. And then you run the world like that for 100 years. And then I would like to see women saying, I don't need no man. You guys your shit would be broken down. It would be all fucked up. Nothing would be running. The whole system on your side would totally collapse. Where those of us that are men, we'd prosper. We'd grow. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't women out there that don't know how to grow, that don't know how to, garden, that don't know how to do construction. There are. Oh, but the number is so tiny and small. Not to mention, you guys don't know anything about putting together gas stations and stuff and setting up these buildings and building on the way that men do. So it's just crazy. So we know that it's the woman's vagina that is the way to this world, and it does something to us men, man. Once we start fornicating with women, I don't know, if something happens to our brain, we buffer, man. We become mushrooms, right? Tricks right there. Tricks right there. And this is why women on the streets that are prostitutes, they do what? They turn tricks. That's why it's called Trixie. It's right in front of your face. This is a magic world that we're living in, and it can get you killed. And if you participate in the wrong types of thing, you could be trapped in it again. I would like to find a mate that would like to be on the other side with me. That would be completely, totally awesome.
When I asked him to explain, he just smiled and told me 666.
Smiled and told him 666. Right there. That's what I'm trying to. 666. This is telling you that we're the dead. That's what that picture means right there. I said, Jesus, won't you save me from this evil man of sin? I have read about the future. I don't want to go with him. But he says, and Jesus, won't you save me? And they stick this dead man right in front of your face. Yes, they do. Romans chapter 6, verse 3, Bible Hub. Romans chapter 6, verse 3, Bible Hub. Or aren't you aware that all of us who were baptized in Christ Jesus were baptized into his death? Baptized into his death, huh? Isaiah chapter 53, verse 10. Yet it was the Lord's will to crush him and cause him to suffer. And when his soul is made a guilt offering, this is all garbage here. It's all that. What I just read to you, all of it is all a bullshit lie. All of it. Okay? He will see his offspring. Jesus will see his offspring, and he will prolong his days. Jesus will live a prolonged life, and the good pleasures of the Lord, which are the material things of this world, will prosper in his hands. So Jesus had children, Jesus lived a prolonged life, and they prospered in his hands. And not only that, he was assigned a grave with the wicked. This is what I mean. If you were to, you'd have to change this whole thing up, because they're putting this in front of it, telling you that Jesus was assigned a grave with the wicked and the rich in his death, although he had done no violence, nor was any deceit in his mouth. I would probably beg to differ that nobody comes into this plane of existence at first. You have to learn who you are. You have to come into that knowledge and acceptance that you are a spiritual being. Until that happens to you, you're just a soul inside of a flesh suit that's trapped and don't have a clue what's going on. You're completely out of it. You have no clue. So Jesus was assigned a grave with the wicked and the rich in his death. Jesus, when you're baptized into his name, Romans chapter 8, verse 10. But if Christ is in you, then your body is dead, subject to death because of sin. Yeah. The body's going to die anyways. The spirit gives life because it's righteousness. Okay, but the flesh is death. This is why we're called the walking dead, folks, because you're walking around in a flesh suit that's going to die. It's that simple. All you got to do is open your eyes, empty your glass when you come to this channel here, because I'm going to challenge everything that you've ever been taught, all of it. So Romans chapter 2, verse 8, sorry about that. Oops. But for those who are self-seeking, and damn near everybody on this plane of existence is I was a self-seeker for about, from the age of 14 to about 53. About 9 years ago, I came into the truth. I took a download from something. Something put a download on my brain. And when I took that download, it blasted into my brain in like seconds. Like 3 freaking seconds is like freaking 10 years of information was popped up inside my head. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. It's real. And this is why it allows me to understand the Bible and what's being said. This is why people... You're under a haze. You're sleepwalking right now, man. You're all worshiping something that is dead. But if Christ is in you, your body is dead because of sin. I've been telling you that for years now. Anyways, I'm going to cut out of here. I hope everybody has a blessed day. Peace be with you. All praise and glory to the mighty Most High, our Creator, the point of singularity. Peace.